Hi everyone, it's Vicky here, and it's Sunday afternoon, and I just wanted to post a quick video, hopefully quick, and say hi to everyone and see how everyone's doing. Hopefully I'll see more of your videos soon. In the meantime, I decided that I would post a video today because it's not very nice outside. I can't really show you anything outside, but I thought I'd just post a video, like a progress review, because I did this cool little thing on the computer a minute ago and realized that it has been 109 days since I went, I'll say 100% raw, or as close to 100% raw as I can get. And I can't believe that 109 days has passed, and here I am still going on it. So I thought I'd review the last 109 days just month by month and tell you a little bit about how they went for me, and maybe you guys can share your experiences too as you became raw foodists and what you noticed. I found in the first month that I wanted to keep everything really low-keyed and private because I wondered how things were going to go, and I wasn't really certain at day 1 that there would be a day 30. I was pretty confident, and I don't really usually go into something thinking that it's going to be over before I want it to be, but you know, I wasn't really sure, and so I kept everything really quiet. And here on YouTube, I wound up just being more of a viewer and was watching everyone else's videos so that I could find new ideas for things to eat and inspiration from all of you guys and support and just a sense of community and that sort of thing. So I was watching a lot of videos and stuff, and that first month was funny because I was so excited about the changes that I was noticing in my body, and I was telling everyone about it. Like, if you'd been around here, I sounded like I was like that religious zealot that you hear that's just converted, and that was definitely me. In that first month, maybe even the first couple of months, I was like, oh my god, this is just the best thing, everyone should do this, why isn't everyone doing this? And I find that's toned down a lot, but I was totally excited in my first month, and the weight just started dropping off, and it was like, wow, this is amazing, why didn't I do this 20 years ago? But quite honestly, I don't even know if I'd have been open to it 20 years ago, but thankfully it's just all come at the right time. So here I am, 109 days later, talking to you about the last 109 days. It's pretty cool. The second month was pretty much like the first month in that I continued to be totally elated, and I had a good rhythm going. I had a good groove as far as what would I eat in the morning. Always a green smoothie for me. I'm a green smoothie girl in the morning. And then I would eat, you know, fruit and juice in the afternoon, and then have this humongous big salad. And certainly I love to eat like that, and I think I'll eat like that for the rest of my life now, because that's certainly a point where I'm at, is feeling like, hey, I want to do this now indefinitely for sure, just because of how well it's making me feel. But interestingly, it was in the second month that my thyroid started giving me trouble again, because I had weaned myself off my pain medication, but my thyroxine that I had stopped taking, my thyroid started to underproduce again, and I made a video when that happened, and it was kind of disappointing. But the second month was a great learning month, because what I realized was that I need that thyroxine, and in fact, by continuing to take it, I don't have like the incredible fatigue that goes along with having hypothyroidism, and I didn't feel depressed and, you know, all of that kind of stuff. So for me, I've really had this mind shift in terms of taking my thyroxine, because until I get my body weight down to a fairly normal point, I believe that I am just, you know, as my cells open up and I lose the pounds, that all of that stuff that's been stored in them, you know, is entering my system again, and I'm almost digesting it a second time, and I believe that my thyroid needs some help as I continue to do that. So totally different mindset as far as taking that goes. I'll take that until I get to a point where I'm, you know, at a really healthy weight, and or getting close to it at least, and then can decide whether or not the time is right for getting off it. But I learned in the second month that, you know, the time wasn't right, and that's good learning. So no complaints from me. In the third month, you know, I feel as though all of the momentum that was building in the first and second months has continued, and I still feel really energy charged, probably from the food that I'm eating and from the success that I'm noticing. Because again, I have to tell you guys, when you do the raw food thing, the pounds are going to start coming off. And I go back to the same three things all the time: the flours that have gluten in them, the fat, and the sugar. Those were getting off those three things. Change of life stuff for me. Definitely life-changing stuff, I should say. Not quite the change of life yet, but I'm getting there. Anyways, let's not go into that. But what did start to happen in the third month too is I found myself getting a little bit bored. And as I said, I was sort of repetitively eating the things that I knew were good to eat. Lots of salad, lots of greens, lots of fruit, occasional nuts when I wasn't overdoing it, which is another story. But I still have a little bit of a tendency to snack on nuts, and it's not such a great idea, but I'm learning. I got to work through that one next. In the third month, I started to get a little bit bored. And especially in the last 3 or 4 weeks, it's sort of like, okay, I'm doing this. I want to do this. It's going along great. I'm not going to stop doing this, but I've been having a salad for dinner for several months now, so what can I do to change things up a little bit? And what I found myself doing, especially in the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks maybe, is using my dehydrator a lot more. In the beginning, what was I putting in the dehydrator? Oh, banana chips. Like if I had overripe bananas, I would put bananas in the dehydrator, or I did make some neat things. I have a great recipe for like meatballs, or sort of, like a meatball that uses walnuts instead, and did a spaghetti recipe with that with zucchini pasta. It was really great. And now I'm using the dehydrator even more, not so much for the snacky kind of food. Like definitely I'm trying to stay away from too many snacks. I think that's not good for anyone, whether you're eating cooked or raw food. But trying to go more for the sort of meals and things. And I made this beautiful onion bread, and that just was like this incredible treat. And so I'm making granola now. I have plans to make a lasagna and just try and change things up a little bit. Still staying 100% raw, 100% alive foods, but adding more variety, especially because it's been the winter, and like I go into the produce section of the supermarket and it's the same stuff all the time. So the dehydrator is allowing me to add some new things that otherwise I normally only think of as being cooked, like those meatballs. They're not cooked traditionally, but boy, it was great eating those. It was like, wow, this is so delicious. So I'm doing that, and I find myself being much less of a zealot. Like in the first couple of months, I would be talking to anyone and everyone about what I was doing, because I was starting to feel so good that it was like, hey everyone, we should all be doing this. And it could be true, maybe we should all be doing it, and but the fact is people aren't going to do what they don't want to do until they're ready to do something different. And so they'll only do, I should say, what they're going to do until they're ready to do something different. And I was certainly that same way myself, so I understand it totally, and I totally respect that. And so here I am 109 days later, and it hasn't been a cakewalk. Like, there's been a lot of learning in it for me. All really good. I'm going to carry that forward with me. And 109 days, though, not bad. I'm pretty happy. And I should say, I stepped on the scale a couple weeks ago, and I'm like down 52 pounds. So I've got well over 100 pounds to lose, so it just feels good to be chipping away at that day after day after day after day. Finally, before I end this video, because I'm probably running out of time, I just wanted to let you guys all know that I'm the kind of person that when I want to do something and it's new to me, I try and learn as much as I can before I get into it, so that I'm sort of coming from a position of having a bit of knowledge before I go ahead. And so I have so many cookbooks and or whatever you want to call them, uncookbooks and recipes and stuff, that if there's anything that anyone wants to see, like I have the Raw Food Real World. I have, there are a couple of books, but from the woman who has the Pure Restaurant in New York. I have Jennifer Cornbleed's book. I have a number of recipe books and stuff. So if anyone would ever like to share recipes, like, count me in, because I've got lots, and I sort of never know really, what might be good and what not so much and all that kind of stuff. So if anyone has any thoughts or ideas or would like to see something, let me know. I'll see what I can do. So 109 days of greatness for me. I hope for all of you guys too, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the day, and I look forward to seeing you all or hearing from you and seeing more of your videos. Have a great day, everyone.